Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. Let's get focused. Let's look at NVIDIA. What is it going to do? It's a lot of things you have to take in consideration. Tomorrow is the earnings report day, and we have a big jump today. So it's up 4.74% today, and I have seen this jump before. It's not crazy, okay? This is nothing crazy. We've seen crazier last year, but the only thing is this was kind of expected. I expected this. A lot of people were expecting this type of jump. If you guys see, there are a lot of big bounces that NVIDIA does, okay? And I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to give you guys more of a candlestick analysis, more of how people can use candlesticks, right, to show you how this is a bullish pattern. If you look at the chart right now, I'm from day to day, okay? And this is an hourly chart on my screen, and you can see it's a steady incline. You see all these green candles, okay? Now, if you look at it through a different style chart, it's just a single line going up. It's like a mountain. I always use this analogy, okay? It's a mountain looking for the peak, and what happens after that peak? It comes down, okay? But we are going to see a few drawbacks, okay? You're not just going to see green candles for a whole month, okay? It's unheard of, okay? But what can we consider? Take some reminders before the earnings report tomorrow, okay? It's not till after closing. A lot of people think, okay, we're going to get the earnings report, boom. We see the financial statements, and boom. No, it's not till after closing, 4 p.m. tomorrow, okay? Make sure not to chase. Do not chase any target prices tomorrow, okay? I feel like tomorrow, if you are already in the stock, tomorrow's not going to be a day to buy. I mean, I don't see it coming back down to 142, 143 tomorrow at all, okay? Just look at the increase. I mean, it was down. You had your chance at 137, 140, right? It was down Monday, I think, and it was down it was a little down Friday when we closed last week, but you don't buy on this bullish pattern right here. It's just not acceptable, okay? Why would you do that, right? So don't chase a buy. Don't get all antsy, and because you haven't had an option to buy, if you haven't had the chance, it's too late to buy now, okay? I'm sorry to say this, too late to buy. If it's 144, 145, 146, yeah, you can still buy, right? But the thing is, if it goes down, you can always average down, okay? You can always just average down, dump more money in there, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Should you buy around 144, 145? I took some notes on this. I feel like yes, you can, okay, but you have to consider averaging down if the stock drops. What is averaging down? I'll get to that in a minute, okay? But the strategy to average down requires more money, which means more risk. So let's say you get in at 144, 145 today or tomorrow, whenever the case may be, right? And the stock drops to 132, 133. Who knows what can happen? I'm not saying it's going to drop, okay? This is worst case scenario. The stock drops, and now you're stuck in a position where you're losing money, and you had $500 in at 144, 143, whatever the case may be. It drops. Well, put more money in, and that's going to bring your position down, okay? That's something you can consider, but that is more risky. And if you put $1,000 then into NVIDIA, okay, quote unquote, averaging down, you're not diversifying your portfolio. So keep that in mind. Have a diversified portfolio. Don't just dump all your money in one little stock, okay? So keep that in mind. If you have NVIDIA as your long-term and believe it will do numbers in 2025, average down, okay? NVIDIA is my long-term. NVIDIA is a lot of people's long-term stock. And the reason why I think it's going to grow, okay, based on speculations from 2023, 2024, do I believe there are going to be down months? Yes, definitely. There are going to be months where NVIDIA is going to be down, maybe 5-8%, whatever the case may be, right? I'm not saying 2025 is going to be the perfect year. Every day is going to be an upside. No, okay? There are going to be down times, right? But overall, 365 days with NVIDIA, it's going to go up. We're going to see 200 soon, okay? We have 12 months, in 2025 specifically. We have about a month and a half left till the end of 2024, okay? And January is when our president moves into office. So take some things into consideration. Look at this pattern, how it's stacking. It's going up and up and up, right? How far can we go till May, till March? Last year, we were on a bullish run for a few months, right? So just realize that, and look at history, look at patterns, what happened in the past, right? But don't get too excited, because we might not see a run like last year, but we will see a bullish run again this year for sure. We're in one right now, okay? So going back to what I said about averaging down, what is averaging down? If you're a beginner, you don't know what these terms mean, it simply means a strategy where you buy more shares, okay? You put more money in your account, you buy more shares of a stock that you already own when the price drops. So if the share price drops from, let's see, what is it right now? So the share price is 146.55 right now, okay? And it drops to 130, okay? You buy more shares at 130. So why do you buy those shares though? Well, you do that in order to lower your average cost in your investment. What does average cost mean? That basically means your position. If you buy 3 shares at 145, your position is $145, okay? To bring that down, if you think that's too high, you have to buy more shares at a cheaper price, okay? Here's an example. If you bought 10 shares at $50 each and the price drops to $40, buying more shares at the lower price will reduce the overall price you paid for all your shares. So it's going to bring it down to like 42, 43, and simplify it down a little bit, okay? It's a way to potentially reduce losses if the stock eventually goes back up. So same thing with NVIDIA. If it goes down, buy more. If it goes up, you can sell, take your profit, or just shut up and watch the stock blow up, okay? Now, part of bullish patterns is fair value gaps being covered. A fair value gap is like a big jump, when you see a big jump and you see kind of that space in the middle. This light blue box here in this image is kind of that space that needs to be filled, okay? That space was filled previously, okay, when the week started. NVIDIA was not up, okay? NVIDIA was down. It was filling those fair value gaps, if you see to the left here, okay? And then as it fills that, it goes down, and we have a big bounce today out of nowhere, okay? What does that tell you? Buying power. A lot of people are tuned in. They're buying more now. People bought more shares at 138, 140. They loaded up the stock. What made that do? Well, that big bounce, that's what it caused. A lot of people buying more. Because look, when we go down to 137, 136, people are going to use that to their advantage. So everybody trying to maybe average down, guess what they did? They bought more stocks. Or guess what people did who were already in at 120? They see, oh, that's a big dip. Let's buy a couple more shares, okay? Yes, it's effective to average down, but it is risky, okay? But that's just part of the game, okay? Manage your risk, have a good risk management, have a good diverse portfolio. If you're putting 200 into NVIDIA, make sure you add a couple hundred here and there to different stocks as well, okay? Don't just be so lenient towards one stock, because if we drop down and we have a few months where we're not gaining profit from NVIDIA, that could hurt you in the long run, okay? So just keep that in mind. I mean, I'm super excited for tomorrow. Just keep these things in mind. Know how to average down if you need to. Know what a fair value gap is if you see one form tomorrow, or if you see one form in the future, because it will happen. NVIDIA tends to have these big bounces that can leave people surprised, okay? So keep that in mind. Overall, I'm ready, okay? Everybody buckle up. Let's go. Everybody is we're in the bullish run now, okay? NVIDIA is going to strike up tomorrow most likely. I feel like we're going to open up probably around 145, 144, and we're going to see it keep going up. We haven't hit 150 yet, okay? That's one of the biggest targets. We got really close, I think. I think the 52-week high here is 149 something, 149.7, 149.8. So really close to that. So you guys can look at TradingView, look at what some other people say. The 1 year price target is 160. So people believe it can go up to 160, and a lot of YouTubers have speculations that it can go up that high. And I say we can. 155, 158 is not a crazy ask. So if we blow through 150, guess what? 155 is next, and after that, 160 is happening. Okay, we have a month so far, and in a month, a lot can happen in a stock. It can have 2 down weeks, and it can have 2 potential up weeks where the stock can just do so much that we didn't even think of. Don't get greedy, right? Take your profits if you need to. Don't get greedy. Buckle up. You guys have a nice one. Like, comment, subscribe.